Over the past 15 years, I've been around the world 100 times. And my packing list always fluctuates a bit, but there's certain items that I just always have to bring, no matter what, and that's what today's video is about. All right, so let's jump into it with the first item that I always pack. It's a packable day pack. And there's a few reasons why I'm starting with this, and that it went from a nice to have item to has to be in my backpack or suitcase every single time. Because airlines are getting more and more strict about their baggage policies, right? So for instance, a couple weeks ago, I flew from Hong Kong, where I live, to Ho Chi Minh, and I had one 30-liter carry-on backpack. And Vietjet made me weigh that bag, and it was over the limit. The size was fine, the weight was over, and they said, "Sir, you have to check this." And I go, "Oh my God, that backpack has my freaking laptop in it." So then when this happens, I can say, "Un momento, por favor." I grab the things I need out of my bag, most importantly, my laptop. Obviously, day packs have other important uses, right? When you actually get to your destination, you can use this as your backpack for your daily adventures. This is the Matador Refraction. It's one of my favorites, but also the Ergo Pack 2 is awesome. The water-filled packable backpack, it actually never wrinkles. As per the usual, I'll be sure to link to all the gear I'm talking about in the description below. And if you're watching this video and there's some must-pack items, whether it's a day pack or anything else, let the community know by commenting below. Then this can just be a great resource for this entire travel community. Number 2 on the list is a reusable plastic bag, potentially even multiple, because of the versatility. These things are f***ing indestructible. I find them most effective for laundry, wet towels, dirty clothes, and just separating, anything that I don't want touching the stuff that's packed into the main compartment. Number 3 is going to be some sort of multi-purpose travel adapter. Now, this is a pretty obvious inclusion, but I like this one in particular because it does something cool. So something like this, you can change the plug type to match wherever in the world you're traveling. But this is also actually a portable battery. So what it means is when it's plugged into the wall and it's charging my laptop, the battery itself is charging as well. So I can use it to charge my phone, my AirPods, whatever it is. You can see the value, right? You're already charging, and then you get a battery on top of it. I will say it's heavy. This bad boy is from Infinacore. I haven't tried out other models or options. Like if there's other alternatives out there that you like better, let me know. Next up, we have over-the-head headphones or over-the-ear headphones, just like the big right? But like the caveat being they gotta be the noise canceling ones, at least for me. I'm thinking like this one time I was in Mexico City. I was at a really nice cafe, and then just like this big ass party came in and they were having a good time, and like I didn't want them to have a bad time, but I couldn't concentrate on my work, and these things came a long way in that process. These are the Sony XMH5s, I think they are. I hate Sony's naming schemes, but I love these headphones. I bought them a little tipsy at a tech store here in Hong Kong. The salesman was so good. I was like, I'm just gonna go and check them out, and I ended up walking out $500 later with them. But it's one of the best purchases I've ever made. There's no better way to get into the work zone. There's by like shutting off all the exterior noise, popping out the jams, good to go. Next up is some emergency stash of meds. This is extremely important if you're a frequent solo traveler. If you're digital nomading around the world with your significant other, you're gonna be okay probably because someone gets sick, the other person will probably have enough time to grab the meds needed before the potential sickness hits them as well. But if you're alone, that's the worst thing ever. And then it's that also fear where it's like, I'm alone. I don't know anyone here. The hotel staff barely speaks my language. Oh, that's right. I don't have to worry about trying to find the nearest 7-Eleven. I got my vitamin C, I got my stomach meds, I got whatever it might be. It's one of those things that 25-year-old Aaron is like laughing right now or like embarrassed, probably some combination of the two, but 36-year-old Aaron, I've learned a few lessons along the way. Emergency stash of meds, you'll thank me later. Next thing I always pack is some sort of snack. For me, it's usually a protein bar, but it could be nut, it could be fruits. But at the end of the day, you could find yourself in situations where you're just not gonna have access to food, or you're not gonna have access to cheap food. Also especially helpful like when you're on the airplane, right? Like I was just on a flight with Air China. And God, it was a nice flight and the service was great, but it was without a doubt the worst airline food I've had in a very long time. I've been trying this new brand, Larabar. I have no affiliation with them. They're really good, really healthy. It's a great point to have. I mean, like, let's be honest. A hungry flight is a bad flight. And nobody wants to be cranky on their flight. Last but not least, this is a belt. Tav, keep it in your pants, okay? But in this belt, you can see some emergency stashes, dollar bills. So you can find so many of these on Amazon. They're all made probably by the same exact factory where it's ballistic nylon on the outside, zipper on the inside. And if you lose that phone or that wallet or both, you get robbed. Just knowing that you got an extra 100 USD in here for emergencies. Again, these are not expensive. You can get them for like 15, 20 bucks on Amazon. It's just an insurance plan. And honestly, as I get older, it's like one of those things that gives me peace of mind. If you got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below or in the Nomads Nation subreddit. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.